and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I keep thinking of good stuff, so you're going to get a Volume 3 on Summe, Mando, Wiest, and my old buddy Kevin Harris. I want to begin with this, and we're going to put this up on the screen so you can see it. Now, what I'm about ready to show you is what Judge Summe said was totally lacking in merit. You can ask any lawyer that you know that does defamation, any of them, and they will agree with me that this is a defamation claim that should never be dismissed. On August 11th, 2022, representing Lewandowski, Christopher Wiest sent to me a letter that said, I am prepared to bring suit on their behalf. As an aside, in my opinion, they should just sue you, the campaign, and your trust where you hide your assets. That is defamatory. He is saying I am committing fraud. And defamation has to be communicated to a third person. I have no doubt this was communicated to Corey Lewandowski, but it was at least communicated to Andrew Asher, Corey's lawyer. And by the way, just one sentence down, it says, in any event, we will accept $36,000. I offered him 20. I shouldn't even offer him 20. This is not a big deal, folks, at all. But that is the defamation. Then the other document I want to put up, my irrevocable trust agreement, the one that he claims, by the way, this involves a dispute in 2022. My trust was created the first day of January 1999. And you know why? That was right after my first wife died. So it was for estate purposes and for professional liability purposes. You're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you got a risk of being sued for negligence. It's not fraud to protect your assets at all. And that goes all the way back to 1999. Chris Wiest, on a $16,000 gap dispute, asked the federal judge to see all of my personal bank accounts, the trust bank accounts, all of those financial records. And she said no. She said no. He didn't bring that up, did he? More things I want to bring up. I keep thinking about this. Judge Summe, you can't make this up. Judge Summe, when Sarah Jones took her plea deal, was so mad. She was like loathing from the bench, okay? You can't make this up. Sarah gets on probation for 5 years. Her and Cody get married. They have 3 children. I think at the time she had 1, then she had 2. The probation and parole officer wanted her to get off probation and parole. It was stupid. Why was it stupid? She was married and had children with her alleged victim. And I want to remind everybody, Sarah's acknowledged her wrongdoing, but this was with a 17, almost 18-year-old boy. This was not taking advantage of some 12. And I can tell you right now, right or wrong, we all know it's different when it's a man. A man. All right? Anyway, Summe refused. What? Part of her probation parole was stay away from a victim that she was married to? All right. In addition to that, Jeff Mando, you know, it's so funny about this Rule 11. Rule 11 is supposed when you intentionally misrepresent something to the court. Todd McMurtry, you know, a guy represented Sandman. I went to Latin school with Todd. I get along with Todd. He's not my kind of guy, but I get along with Todd. Todd's a partner in my good buddy Carlo Wessel's law firm. Todd McMurtry kept a laundry list of all the times Jeff Mando miscited law in pleadings. Does Jeff Mando ever get Rule 11? Hell no. I also want to bring up, I've gone after Chris Mailing. Chris Mailing recused himself on my little battle with my brother because he knows he's biased. Guess who's Summe's best buddy? Chris Mailing, who's retiring. Summe and Mando both spoke to the KBA against me They had no idea I was going to find out. But they both spoke against the KBA. That's really fair, isn't it? When Mando was always on the other side of my police litigation. Here's another story. I once represented this guy that had a really good employment case. We're almost to the end of the trial, and she threatened to make an adverse ruling because she was buddies with the company that we were suing and scared the hell out of my client, who accepted, over my objection, a BS settlement. Afterwards, talked to the jurors. The jurors loved me. They loved our case. We were going to win 11-1. And Summe screwed those people. Bad. Bad. I'm going to be filing, I got 10 days from that order, which is December 6th. So by December the 15th, I'm going to be filing a motion to reconsider. I'm filing a recusal. I'm going after it. She did this, by the way, even before Kate Malloy has ruled on the case where I sued the underlying case. It's beyond ridiculous. And Judge Summe's such an idiot. She actually put this in the file. My point was, the trust had been there forever. She said, this is a misstatement of what is asserted in those counts of the amended complaint. Has nothing therein, claims the trust is a recent creation. She gets it backwards. It was an old creation. I mean, she's that bad, folks. That bad, folks. Unbelievable. Also, I forgot to bring this up yesterday. Remember, Chris Wiest, what's behind all this? Chris Wiest is Firmatics. He's her lawyer, little minion. So he's trying to let's get his financial records. By the way, he got Kevin Harris, who I sued, stole my financial statement. He actually signs an affidavit completely disproving his claim. He claimed that I only gave him my personal financial statement and misrepresented the trust. He signs an affidavit. You know what the affidavit verifies? A copy of the financial statement that he stole from me. You know what that financial statement says? It's the financial statement of me and my wife and my trust. It's hysterical. They're that stupid. Chris Wiest had his client sign an affidavit disproving his case. And that's before Kate Malloy. It's hysterical. Now, and by the way, one of the allegations from Corey Lewandowski and them is that, I hid assets, and I do have significant wealth. And the financial statement which he saw proves that. It's hysterical. Now let me tell you about Kevin Harris, the guy I started the company with. On our first job, he sends our workers and doesn't go himself. He admitted it was wrong. He began another business in violation of our contract. I've worked hundreds of people over the years. He's the first person that set up video cameras in his office. He mishandled money. He didn't want to go to Mayfield to help the tornado victims. He was insecure about other workers. He abused an independent businessman and woman so badly, publicly, that I had to apologize for his behavior. He also has mental, physical issues. The contract required him to do the job. He refused to answer those questions, and he stole the financial. And little Greggy Ashcraft, who I hired for helping me on some real estate developments, is now big Kevin Harris's buddy. And I just finally decided, I said, I can do this on my own, Greg. I don't need your help. He was working at Amazon at the time. I think he went back to Amazon. I didn't do anything bad or wrong to Greg Ashcraft. So there you go. Volume 3. We'll see if a Volume 4 is in the works. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.